Welcome to Husky Sports Spotlight, where we bring you behind the scenes of Hemlock Athletics and introduce you to the people who make it all happen. I'm Kayla, your host and athletic department intern, and today we're lacing up our running shoes and talking with the cross country coach. With me today is head coach Kyle Coblentz. Thanks for joining me today to tell our listeners more about the program and what we can expect this upcoming season. Let's start with some of our highlights from last season. Can you reflect a bit on last season, Coach?
Yeah, thanks for having me, first of all. Last season was our first season with our new cross-country course, currently a work in progress. Cross-country is a hard sport to be a part of. I mean, usually when you're in another sport, running's your punishment, and it takes a special kind of breed to choose to run. Last year we had 5 varsity boys, 4 varsity girls. We're returning all 4 of our girls. And we had 2 seniors graduate, with potentially 3 of the 5 returning for this upcoming season. And then we had several middle schoolers that are going to continue to feed our program.
That's incredible. Sounds like last year, small numbers, but you're going to build on that this year. For those that may not be familiar with the cross-country program here at Hemlock, how would you be able to describe the program to them?
So between me and Coach Bebo and our veteran runners, we try to make it a welcoming atmosphere. My goal for both my cross-country teams and my track teams are family first. Try to build that family orientation. I want it to be more of like a brotherhood or a sisterhood type of a sport, because realistically you spend hours running. You spend hours with your teammates. Sometimes you build on those conversations. They might help you through on tough days like today's practice where it's going to be hot. It's a fun time. It's a fun thing to be a part of. It's been growing since we've taken over, me and Coach Bebo. This year, as of right now, before the season starts, we have 9 varsity girls coming out and 8 or 9 varsity boys, with, again, a bunch more middle schoolers coming up and joining the teams for us. So if you're interested, come on out. It's a good time. It's a great atmosphere to be a part of. We try to make it interesting. We try to make it fun. And there's nothing like getting to compete. Practices are always hard, but when you get down to the nitty-gritty and at cross-country races, chasing someone down and beating your personal bests is like the high of the whole sport. That's what everybody searches for.
Super cool. I love all the different lessons that come with playing sports and competing. Can you tell me about the different opportunities your athletes have right now to train, and how any interested runners could get involved, or the returning runners can stay in shape?
Yeah, so at the end of the school year, we give all of our runners a couple weeks off, and then we encourage them to start running probably 2 weeks after the school year is over, slowly getting back into it and then working on building up your miles over the summer. We're starting to do group runs right now once a week. They're encouraged to come out, meet at the soccer field where the start of our Bill Agresta course is at, and we just go out and run as a group. We send out our runners throughout our course for a certain amount of time, and then you can run at your own pace. The coaches go out there and run with them. It's different skill levels, different training methods, being able to run with somebody that's at your skill level and try to work toward improving your times. We encourage, even if you're interested or not sure what you're thinking about, to come out and try to see what it's all about. Maybe you'll like that sport more than others.
Sounds like there's a lot of great ways for your athletes to stay active and, like you said, build up that endurance before the season does start. Can you tell us when that season officially does begin and what athletes should expect coming in on day 1?
Yeah, so the varsity season starts actually August 11th. Day 1, we're just going to kind of see where everybody's endurance is at. The bonus is we start and then we go right into our very first meet, which we host. It's a tradition for us to usually host the very first meet of the season. We usually only host it a week into the season. So it can be kind of eye-opening for you if you haven't got your summer miles in, but you get to see what our course is like. You get to be a part of our atmosphere right off the bat. It definitely goes to show you what your summer training is like. It gives you that little baseline on where your season starts, and then we get right into training. This year we're blessed and we're going to get to go to first cross-country camp that we've went to in several years. It's only a 2 or 3 day camp. If you're interested in attending that, you just have to reach out to me and we'll get it set up. And then our middle school cross country team will start once school starts, and they'll go right into the season with the meet.
Awesome. I know you mentioned the new course, and I know there's a lot of hard work going into the Bill Agresta course. Can you talk a little bit about that new course and what's with that?
Yeah, so obviously if you've been around the campus here, you've noticed construction zones everywhere. It's hard to navigate right off the bat, but it's been a blessing getting the opportunity to have all these improvements around the campus. The Bill Agresta course is another one right now. Our entrance to our course is getting an overhaul. There's going to be some new posts and signage installed throughout the course to make it easier for not only our cross-country runners and opposing cross-country teams that attend, but also community members. So if they want to walk our cross-country course, over the spring we've had Coach Bebo and some of her class go out and work on cleaning up some of the spots in the woods and lining the trails. We've also had the maintenance crew out there trying to level out a lot of the low spots, so hopefully we don't have a ton of water standing throughout the season. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be one of the better courses in the area. Last year we were known for being one of the faster courses. It's exciting to see kids shave times off and want to come back to our cross-country course.
That's super exciting, and I see that they are coming along on that very well. So I know you mentioned your first course is home, but are there any other big ones you're looking forward to?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously our varsity runners always look forward to regionals. That's where you have to run in order to qualify for the state meet. So that's their end goal, is to qualify for the state meet. Each cross-country course brings its own joys, its own challenges. Some kids on our team will enjoy a certain course where other ones don't. Some fun ones that we go to, the varsity team will go to one down in St. John's called Run Under the Lights. It's like a 10 o'clock race, and kids are running with glow sticks and glow paint and stuff like that. It puts another extra fun spin on the season. We started going to that a couple years ago, and the kids have really enjoyed that, and our attendance has increased over the years. A lot of our kids look forward to the Birch Run meets and the Shepherd meets. Just kind of depends on what the day looks like, what the weather looks like, and each kid's preference. Like I said, every course that I go to, obviously getting to watch my athletes compete, I love watching them run. I love cheering for them, seeing their hard work pay off. So I look forward to every cross-country course we go to. But obviously the Bill Agresta course is my favorite.
Super cool. The Husky community always shows up to support all of our athletes. What would you say to encourage students, families, and fans to come support you this season?
Yeah, so like I said, it takes a special breed for cross country. What parents and other athletes for other sports don't notice is all the work that goes into it. Everyone, it's always like, oh, anyone can just go out and run, but you don't see the miles and miles and miles put in throughout the summer, throughout the fall, even throughout the winter and the spring for these athletes to be able to run the times they run for their 3.1 mile races. Our course is very user friendly. There's multiple spots throughout the course where spectators and other students can see either the athlete you're cheering for or just watch the races as a whole. I encourage everyone to come out to see what it's like, get to enjoy our cross-country course, get to cheer on our cross-country runners. We've been blessed. The Hemlock community is super supportive. Parents, alumni, just community members. We actually have great attendance both at cross-country meets and other cross-country meets we go to. So it's always exciting to see new faces and have more support.
I love that. Before we wrap things up, is there a final message for any future Husky runners or the Hemlock community?
Yeah, it's been a blessing being a part of this community. It's been a blessing being part of this cross-country and track programs here. I look forward to continuing to grow our programs. Never hurts to come out and give it a shot. I think a lot of my runners over the years have realized that, they might not be in the shape they want to be, and they surprise themselves by the end of the season. We always use the selling point for cross country is it's going to help you for your winter and spring and maybe even your travel sports in the fall and the summer. Sometimes you never know. You got some kids that have come out for the team that said they never seen themselves being a long distance runner, and then they end up being on the team for multiple seasons. So it never hurts to give it a shot. We got great athletes on our team, a great team mindset, a great team atmosphere, and some great coaches to go along with it.
Awesome. Well, Coach, thank you so much for being here today and giving us a look into the Hemlock Cross Country program. We wish you and the team the best this season and can't wait to watch you race.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
To our listeners, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Husky Sports Spotlight. Be sure to follow Hemlock Athletics for updates, results, and highlights all season long. Until next time, keep pulling the sled and supporting our incredible student athletes. Go Huskies.